What's up, guys? Matt Brown here for thelines.com. Let's talk some Monday Night Football, the second of our two Monday Night Football games, this Chargers and Cardinals game. If you're just finding us, welcome. Everything we do absolutely free. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button down below. Do appreciate it. If you are one of the subscribers, thanks for being here. Winning some bets this year, so let's try and keep this thing going. We got the Chargers and the Cardinals. This is currently sitting point and a half, as you can see. So, as always, shop around depending on where you want to get this game at. If we look at the total, sitting here 44 and a half. Again, shop around depending on where you want to bet this thing. Quick thoughts here on this from a spread and total perspective. More of a prop game for me. Prop-a-palooza. We got prop bets all over the place in this deal, but do I think the Chargers win? Yeah. Would it surprise me if the Cardinals won? No. Chargers play a very low variance game, run heavy approach. Herbert doesn't even have the opportunity to turn it over a ton because they don't pass a ton, like all that. So, I mean, you know, when you play super conservative like that, if the efficiency sometimes isn't quite there and then you put in a team that's highly variable like the Cardinals, could that equal some weird stuff? Sure. So, for me, again, I think the Chargers win, but I don't have enough conviction to put that into the account. And if you are a new subscriber or if you are a subscriber, one, I think you appreciate the fact that I'm not forcing bets into the account when I don't have any conviction on a bet. I know you can like 30 other YouTube videos right now where everyone's like, oh, you got to bet this, you got to bet this. It's like, dude, everyone looks sharp when you hadn't put in the work, right? And like, it's just one of those things where do the work in this game. Like, I don't think you come out with a huge conviction on either side of this deal. I lean towards the under from a total standpoint because of what I just said, because of the way that the Chargers want to play this game. And if I was going to do a same game parlay, then I would probably put an under, maybe an alt under, something like that. Like, you don't need to tease at 6 points, just move it up like 3.5 points if you're at the 44, or 3 points if you're over here at the 44.5, get it over the 47. Like an under 47.5 would be something I could include in a same game parlay. But again, the variance that Arizona brings to the table is the thing that scares me just a little bit, because the defense is atrocious and the offense is like just good enough to be froggy at times. So that is why it gives me just a little bit of pause to have that as just like a full-on straight up play, straight up bet. Over here on the injury report, you can see the Chargers. Joey Bosa is not going to play. That is doubtful. Doubtful means out. Same deal down here with Hayden Hurst at the tight end position. Same deal down here with Quentin Johnston. So down a receiver, down your best defensive player, down a tight end. You can see right here, Jasir Taylor is expected to play. He missed last week for them, so they'll get at least a cornerback, even though they're down a corner here in Dean Leonard. So he's going to be out. But everybody else looks like they're going to play. Christian Fulton, I think, is the only real game time decision here for this team. See if DJ Chark can make it back for the first time this year. Of course, he got hurt before the season started with that groin, hadn't been able to do anything for this team. Could use him, certainly, since Johnston is going to be out for them. Over here on the Arizona Cardinals side of things, nothing going. This is a pretty healthy team. You can see even all these questionables all got in 3 limiteds all week long. So unless something goes wrong in pregame warmups, you expect all of those guys to play. So not a ton doing over there on the Cardinal side of things from an injury report standpoint. All right, let's hit the prop market. Like we said, I think it's more of a prop type game. We'll start right here over on the rushing market. One, J.K. Dobbins is going to do whatever he wants to against this Cardinals defense. They are 23rd rush defense EPA allowed. They are 27th rush defense success rate allowed. They are 28th in DVOA. Like, there's just a lot here to hate about this rush defense. Honestly, there's a lot to hate about the defense in general. We'll get to that in just a second. But, yeah, for me, J.K. Dobbins, plus he's just getting all the work as well, right? So let's go in here and look at his game logs. You can see. So Pittsburgh and Kansas City might be the 2 best defenses, or at least 2 of the 5 best defenses in the league. So we throw those out where he didn't get to this number. Now we go against bad Raiders defense, 135. Bad Carolina defense, 131. Denver's really, really good against the pass. Doesn't translate over to the run as much. Gets to 96 yards as well there. And you can see they were okay with turning it up with him and giving him 25 carries. So now we're going over here and we need 80 yards from J.K. Dobbins against a run defense that just gives it up all over the place. So I think Dobbins gets whatever he wants, and I'd be fine if you wanted to play alts as well. So if you're going to say you're going to put a full unit on this, maybe take 75% of it, put it on the over 79.5, and then if you wanted to come down on some of these alts and just say, Connor, not Connor, boy, what are we doing here? Dobbins. And on Dobbins, and we could say okay, give me 90 plus at 132, give me 100 plus at 184. So you could even kind of split that up like that. So I think that's how I'm going to go about Dobbins today. The other prop here for me that I thought was pretty interesting and wasn't expecting to play this, but I saw the number and went and did the research. And I'm like, the hell are they doing this? So Herbert is sitting at 10.5 rushing yards, right? He's coming off of the reason he's had to miss time this year is because of an ankle injury, of a leg injury. And then plus on top of that, he just doesn't run anyway. So I don't know what we're thinking here. If you look rushing totals, he got there once and he ran 6 times in this game to get there to that 18 yards. 1 carry here, 3 carries here, 4 carries here, 4 carries here, all for 6 or fewer yards. And we need him to get to 11 to get over this. This is a Cardinals defense that is 29th in the league in pressure rate. So there's not going to be designed Justin Herbert runs. So the only way you get here is if he has to scramble multiple times, because he's probably not going to get an 11-yard scramble. We've seen that through the game logs. And then you have a team that gets no pressure. They don't blitz. They blitz at the 27th highest rate, and they get no pressure, 29th highest pressure rate. So when's he going to need to scramble? So I don't know. I don't get the 10.5 yards. So I'm playing the under on Justin Herbert, 10.5 rush yards. Now, could there be just some sort of broken play scenario where a whole half of the field opens up and he gets it all in one chunk? Sure, we're playing the percentages. That's just what we have to do when we do all this. So that's 2 in the account right there. And the last one in the account, we're going to head over to the receiving props. As we said, over here in the receiving market, we've got, and they pulled it. Oh, interesting. So they pulled this. So maybe there's something going on with, well, we're gonna go with what we saw a little bit earlier when we were about to shoot this video, which is Ladd McConkey. Ladd McConkey was sitting at 52.5 yards, and as we saw in that injury report, we'll click back over here. You can see. So Quentin Johnston's out, Hayden Hurst is out, and DJ Chark hasn't played at all this season. So Ladd McConkey, who by the way is, according to all the beat reports, is going to play. If you put the bet in, he doesn't play, then it doesn't matter. You get refunded. It's going to be the dude that gets, even higher of a target share than he's already getting. If you go look, this guy's a rookie already out of the gate. Game 1, 7 targets, 4, 6, 7, 8. And then now you're down everybody else. I think 8's probably a baseline that we're talking about for targets for him in this game. Again, against a team whose pass defense is even worse than run defense. 29th EPA allowed per play from a passing standpoint, and 32nd, yes, dead last. Not a single team below the Arizona Cardinals in pass defense success rate allowed to their opponents. DVOA agrees, 28th overall in the NFL. So I expect Herbert to have a little bit of success through the air as well. Now, Harbaugh's already told us, cool, we want to run the ball, so we'll believe him. They've run the ball a ton all year long. We'll believe him that they want to run the ball. But I'm still going to think that they have a little bit of success through the air. His passing prop is at 200 yards. So, he's not expecting a huge day out of him, but they at least expect him to get close to 200 yards. And McConkey should be the big recipient of that. Have to look into why these props got pulled literally minutes before I shot this video, because those were all listed about 5 minutes ago. So we'll see what's going on with all that. But again, McConkey is my play here in this one. The target number is kind of right around that 50-yard number, 50.5, 51.5, 52.5, which is where that was listed. If something gets out of line, then maybe that's one that we drop off of our card for this week. But again, like I said, I think the Chargers win. Just not enough conviction for me to get there with the number. And then on the total side of things, like I said, pretty decent lean towards the under, given the way the Chargers want to play, given the inefficiencies that we've seen from the Cardinals offense for the vast majority of the season. But probably be more in a same game parlay for me than including that as a singular bet. Over on the prop side of things, as we said, Dobbins over on the rushing number here, under on Herbert, and then when they repost McConkey, we're going McConkey over on his receiving yards. Guys, everything we do here, absolutely free. Do appreciate you tuning in, listening to me here. Upper right-hand corner is the Discord, so click that button and take in all of the great members you can see. We're here early in the morning, 2:07 already online right now, in there chatting, talking about everything, all sports, and so go in there. So maybe someone else has some good insight on all this, and maybe you want to get in on a different type of bet along the way. Please hit that subscribe button. Let us know in the comment section how you want to play this game, and good luck on all your Monday Night Football bets.